Dear students, today I am going to discuss about a fascinating story of parental care in some amphibians. Parental care, as you know, is a parental behavior, or it is a adaptation of parents, that is the behavioral adaptation of parents that increases the offspring fitness. It is at the cost of the caregiver or the parents. So, parental care exhibits great diversity among species. You may see different types. It is starting from it is the simple behavior by attending the eggs or brooding the eggs, to long term adaptations like feeding the young ones, viviparity, giving birth to the young ones, then the feeding with the milk or the lactation. So, all these different types one may see. So, this parental care behavior evolved repeatedly multiple times in the animal species. Parental care affect significantly on social evolution of animal, that is, it is affecting the cooperation behavior and conflict behavior in animal societies. So, parental care has a profound effect on evolution of sociality, the social behavior, mating system in animals, sexual selection, kin selection. All these are the it is the affected by the parental care. So, it's a highly evolved behavior. Parental care in amphibians is widely distributed phylogenetically in class Amphibia, but the percentage of species providing care is very low. Something like 10 to 15% of Anura, frogs and toads exhibit parental care, whereas it is about in case of salamanders in the order Urodela, it is about 20 to 25%. And with respect to the apoda, it is studied not many the examples or the many species, it had to be explored. So, the majority of amphibian species abandon their or just they release their eggs soon to the water bodies, or else they spawn and provide they no parental care. But in some species there is a exciting story or fascinating story of parental care can be seen. There is a higher order of parental care behavior exhibited by some amphibians. There are 6 modes of parental care found in amphibians. Those are attending or protecting the eggs, or else brooding the eggs, that is the one type. Then the transporting the eggs, it is you can see the attending the eggs here, that is the brooding. Then transporting the eggs, or else you can see the direct nursing inside brood pouches. So, in case of some you will find. Then carrying the tadpole, transporting the tadpole, you can make here in this frog. Then tadpole feeding. So, internal gestation in some you will find in the some ovoviviparity, all these you will able to find in case of amphibians. So, here in this in your syllabus you have to study parental care in ichthyophis, that is it is in the ichthyophis, or else you can see the caecilians. So, where you can see the direct nursing type of parental care by the females can be seen. Then you have to study the parental care in flying frog Racophorus. So there you will see the parental care is both by male and female by constructing the foam nest and rearing the eggs inside the foam nest. So let us study in detail about this. So parental care in Racophorus, in the flying frog, I am going to discuss only two species of flying frog here. One is Racophorus mulbaricus, that is the endemic species of tree frog in Western Ghats of India. A bright green colored frog inhabits evergreen and semi-evergreen forests and builds arboreal foam nests. So these tree frog, they build nest on the tree, the foam nests on the tree. Males make mating calls by sitting on the tree. You may see here, they sitting on the tree, they make mating calls near a water source. If the tree branch is hanging over the water body, in that it is select that type of place and making mating calls. As the female approaches, male grasp female, resulting in an axillary amplexus. This is this type of courtship behavior you will see in the case of amphibians. The males and the females, they are in this the holding like this. This is called axillary amplexus. So in this amplexus, they will remain for about 5 to 6 hours till the courtship is over. The female choose in this amplex formation, the female choose the leaf or a tree overhanging a water body for spawning. During spawning, the female rubs the back of the male. So with the help of her hind limb, she rubs the back of the male. By reversing her hind limbs, the male releases jelly-like seminal fluid or semen fluid and agitates it to form the foam. So this seminal jelly-like fluid will be agitated by the legs so that it results into a foam. The mass of the froth with the eggs is called foam nest. This is how they make a foam nest. Later, the female holds the leaf containing this foam nest with its forelimbs, and they cover this the foam nest with other leaves from all sides. This is how she make the foam nest covered by the surrounded by the leaves. So this Racophorus mulbaricus lays eggs on the branches of the leaves of a tree which will be hanging over a pond. You will see this. This is the branch of the tree or hanging over the pond. Foam acts as a adhesive for binding the leaves and also for the eggs. The free end of the leaf holding the foam nest is folded by the frog to seal it from the lower end. So this is what you see here in this picture. The site chosen to form the foam nest was always the slope towards the stream and was about 1 to 3 meters away from the water. So it is a slope region so that it easily slip into the water. Nest is covered with many other leaves. Eggs develop into larvae inside the nest. After hatching, larvae jump into the water because the larval development takes place inside the water. Metamorphosis of larvae takes place in the water. These larvae, after hatching from eggs, will fall into the pond water or river water and undergoes metamorphosis. So that's why you will find the tree frogs Racophorus mulbaricus construct a nest in this type of the leaf that is overhanging on pond or the water bodies. So in case of Japanese tree frog, Racophorus skelgeli, mating couples dig a hole or burrow about 6 to 9 centimeter wide in moist soil or else in the mud banks near the lakes and ponds. You will find they choose a place near the bank near the bank of a water body. Before spawning, female produces a secretion from the cloaca, and this will be beaten up by both by male and female into froth. So you will find how it is going to give rise to a foam or the froth. In this way, the hole is filled with the foam by the female. You will find the entire the hole is filled with the foam. Then she lays eggs inside the frothy mass to avoid desiccation. So male fertilizes the egg. After this, the couple will make an exit from the tunnel. This is the tunnel they make for the spawning purpose. Then after the spawning, they exit from the hole and they make a hole from the tunnel directly into the water body. You can make in this picture. The eggs remain entangled to one another with the frothy bubble till they develop. Egg mass encircled with the froth. So tadpoles hatched wash down the slope. So by the time the foam get liquefies, that is the time duration the egg develop into the larvae, and the larvae, the tadpoles hatched, they washed into the slope from the directly into the pond. So this is what you will find in this picture. For further development, froth liquefies and helps easy slipping of the larvae tadpoles to the water in the slope of the tunnel. So this is what you see in case of Japanese tree frog. Then parental care in Ichthyophis or else limbless amphibia belonging to the order Apoda. Ichthyophis is oviparous, egg-laying, lays eggs during rainy season. Eggs at early developmental stage were found at the beginning of the rainy season. So similar, because the rainy season always coincide with the breeding of amphibians, because lot of water bodies they will find for their larval development. So those with the well developed embryos at the mid monsoon season. So female parental care observed in Ichthyophis. So here mainly the female dominate in the parental care. So because they are fossorial or else the burrowing one, and they are terrestrial burrowing one. So the terrestrial oviposition sites of the females were located close to the water bodies, temporary or permanent ponds, small brooks and rivers. Females dig holes in damp surfaces to lay eggs. Female lays a large string of mass of egg, yellow eggs of the 8 to 10 millimeter in size. This is the string of eggs you will see in the picture. So they are connected. It is about 30 eggs in this string of eggs. Female coils around the egg mass till they hatch. So it will be protected by the female by coiling around this egg mass. She coils the egg mass like a snake and protect the egg from enemies, and also protect the egg from the desiccation by coiling around the egg. Ichthyophis is a limbless amphibian. You know that the female coils around the egg clutch. This is what you see here. Till they hatch. She does not take any food till eggs hatch. When she is protecting these eggs and coiling around it, during that time she is not taking any food and guarding the eggs till they hatch. During the time of egg hatching, she transports the egg mass towards the nearby fresh water. Eggs are large, yolky, covered with the yolk or the albumin. Developing embryo consists of 3 pairs of gills. You will see inside the egg, the developing tadpole, it consists 3 pairs of gills which are used for nourishment. After hatching from the egg into the water, they lose these gills in the water. Only 1 pair of gills will remain, and that will be used for respiration. This is how ichthyophys shows the parental care. Parental care in amphibians is a instinctive behavior. It is in response to the environment in which the amphibia live, and it is also the effect of the hormone having a profound effect on this parental care, mainly the hormone prolactin. So it is the parental care is evolved on all these the compounding factor elicit the parental care in case of amphibia. Parental care can improve offspring survival during the stage in which they are associated with the offspring. In whatever both the cases what I said, in case of ichthyophys as well as in case of Racophorus, parental care involves safe release of tadpoles to water, as both are terrestrial amphibia. Taking the young ones safely to water is the central to this parental care behavior. Parental care among amphibians is the most common in tropical species. So, when compared to the temperate species, where the high rate of predation can be seen, so that forced the parents to restrict themselves in smaller water bodies, because it is free of many predators. But in smaller water bodies, the problem here is greater fluctuation of the water levels, the temperature, oxygen levels and food availability, etc. Were the factors to elicit the behavior parental care. So, parental care is a complex instinctive behavior what you see in animal kingdom. Thank you.